Okay, hello everybody. I was not very clear in the way I discussed dates and things in the video that I posted over the weekend. So I just thought I'd do a quickie version of that just to give you some idea about how the end of the semester is going to work since we're in week 7. And give you some chance to plan for how you want to address that and get everything done for the end of the semester. So let's look at some announcements. We have RIT Spring Break that starts on March 9th and goes through the 17th. Then you've got your health ecology project that's due on the 22nd. So, which is, kind of the week after we come back from spring break. Well, once we get to that due date, I'm pretty much done lecturing. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a final exam that I'm going to post on the 26th with a discussion video, and we'll talk about formats and stuff in just a second. And then that'll be due on the 30th. So you get about 4 days to work on that, and we'll talk more about formats in a second. So final project, the summary, remember that's an Azure DevOps project summary, is going to be due on the 28th. And that's right in the middle of when you're working on your final exam. So that's going to be a busy week, but that's okay. And then I will give you feedback by the 2nd of April in my courses. So I'll read your proposal and I'll give you feedback in my courses. And then I'll be available via Zoom during my office hours on the 2nd and the 4th if you have any additional questions or you just want to chat with me about your final project. Then you'll have a chance to work on your final project for about 3 weeks. I think that's a good amount of time. And then your final project recording your presentation of your final project for your colleagues is going to be due on the 19th. And the final project written report, so a written version of your presentation, will be due on the 30th. So the final exam, I'll post it with the discussion video on the 26th, and it's due on the 30th. The final exam is going to consist of multiple, probably around 8 essay questions, from which you can choose to answer any 2. So with completely separate essays, not linking the essays together, not doing any combination, just 2 completely separate essays. Each essay question should be someplace in the neighborhood of 2 to 3 pages long, and I may ask questions about, give you some data to analyze and answer a question, or I may write about ask you to write about some of the technologies that we've used during class, and some of the work that you've done to kind of reflect back across multiple projects that you worked on. Something along those lines. I haven't written it yet, but I will. And to answer that, you can use any resources at your disposal. So if you want to Google stuff, if you want to look back at your previous work, if you want to do some research, if whatever you want to do, you can do that. The only thing you can't do is ask other people. What are you going to put down for this question? So in a video that I'll post on the 26th, I'll go over each and every question and discuss how you might want to answer it. What are the important parts? What are the sneaky professor tricks embedded into the question that you want to make sure that you answer? And then I'll be available for questions during my office hours, and that's 12:30 till 2 on Tuesday and Thursday, on the 26th and the 28th via Zoom. So I'll have a Zoom conference set up, and you can jump in and ask any questions. Or you can call me, or you can email me, or whatever. But just remember, I'm less available on weekends, so probably it's not a good idea to email me on the 30th, that's a Saturday, at 8 o'clock at night and expect me to get back to you right away. So, plan ahead a little bit, and you shouldn't have any trouble with the final exam. Now, your final project proposal, that needs to work on it too. So project groups can be up to 4 people and can be the same group you've worked with all semester long, but it doesn't have to be. So if you're having trouble with a group member who just hasn't been contributing, and you're fed up with that, and you are within your rights to just say, you know what, we're forming a new group and you're not part of it. That's okay. I mean, it's harsh, but I've never been able to figure out any other way to address this than, particularly on the final project, just saying, you've formed a new group. I think it's all we can do. Let's see. Oh, so that's that. So the project proposal will be an Azure DevOps project summary. Remember, that's what they call proposals in Azure DevOps. They call them project summaries in the form of a proposal. So we're going to write it as more of an academic proposal format, but we're going to use Azure DevOps to stick it in there just so that you can use Azure DevOps to actually complete this project, because I think that it's a useful tool to help you get your work done. So when we'll go over formats and outlines and stuff as we get a little closer here, but just so you know, we're going to use Azure DevOps for this again. And then I'll give feedback, like I said, in written form by the 2nd of April in my courses. So I'll respond to your thing in my courses, and then you can ask me any additional follow-up questions that you have during my office hours. Okay, so that's the proposal. Then the presentation, let's see, I am not going to post any formal videos on the 31st, the 7th, or the 14th, because that's time I want you to spend working on your project. And then you'll present your final project to me and your colleagues in a video recording that's due on the 19th. So you can post that video any place you want. I like YouTube, as you know, and you guys can use YouTube if you want. Then just give me a URL, and then I'll post that, I don't know, maybe in a discussion or something like that in my courses, so that everybody else can take a look at your videos also. Yeah. And then a final written version of your final project presentation is due on the 30th, because remember, as grad students, you have to do a capstone project, and I'm trying to simulate the capstone project process here by making you do some writing and get you to start thinking about how you're going to do all that stuff. So that's all I've got for today. I just want to go over some dates and things. I'll post these slides also, but have a good week, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.